So this is Snippa. She's a 4-year-old. She's out of my wife's quarter horse mare, Pepto Boonsmo, bred by our Gypsy Vanner stud that we call Whiskey. I'm just going to go through a few things that what I look for after one's been laid off and before I just climb on them to make sure I'm safe and my horse is ready. So, and a lot of this is basic groundwork we do with a baby. So I'm just going to ask her to step off, shoulders first. Good. Move on around. Then I'm going to go ahead and gather her up, move the hip, pass the shoulders back across. She's showing me she's really relaxed and good. What I'm seeing in her that's telling me she's relaxed, she's doing everything willingly. Her tail's not ringing, her tail's calm. She's pretty soft on the halter rope, not pulling on me. I can see in her eyeball that it's calm and relaxed. There's no worry in her. Turn the heat up a little bit. Try to get a little more life out of her. I like to do it sometimes right here and make sure she can handle that pressure. But what I'm mainly looking for is her to do all the moves, bending the head and neck, shifting the hip, stepping the shoulder over in a calm, relaxed manner. Good. A little bit of lick it, a nice little breath. I won't let her pull on me there. I'll shape her up, reach in and rub her. Lots of rubbing. Never can do too much of that. She is pulling on my hand a little bit as I send her on through. Not too bad there. In the other direction, though, I'm noticing it. And so what I did there is she went to pull on me. I didn't jerk on her. I just made sure I set it up and said, there's a wall. You can't pull on me. Huh. Then I may just simply run the rope over her head, around her butt. I'm going to look for a bend in the head and the neck first. There, good. The hip will come across. Shoulder comes through to me. Good. Just kind of showing me that her body is calm and relaxed and free to me. Looking for the head and neck first. She's a little distracted. There, then the hip and the shoulder through to me. Good. Good girl. I would say she's ready to move on. Bridling a horse, I never chase my horse's head around over there. My horse's head needs to come to me. I drop my cardio over. I keep her bent and shaped. I will scoop her nose with the bridle. So now I can control her left and right. Hand goes over the top. Bit lays in my mouth. I do not bang teeth. Thumb is here. Asks it to open. Right hand lifts it up in. Fold the ears forward. When you put them under, I like my bit to hang just a little bit. I don't want it banging teeth, but I want her to pick it up. Okay, as I go to mount, if she hasn't been ridden for a while, I might go ahead and bend head and neck. I might see if I can lift to the hip. because I want to be able to control the body when I climb on. So if I can get it here, hopefully I get it when I get on. So again, head and neck. I lift to the hip, and I'm just going to wait on the hip. Give her a little cluck. And there, good. The release is the key. Steady ask with a good release. Always, if I've never been on a horse or I don't know the horse, I always go through them. That was really good when I asked her. She was soft and stepped right off. This filly was a little bit heavy when we started her, so I'm really happy about how soft she is right there. I may gather that up a lift for the hip. There, that's all I need. A little bit the other way, get the hip to move. Good. I'll let her step off. I may lift that hip there, then ask the shoulder, step across. Good. Lift the hip, ask the shoulder. Good. Just things I like to do with a young horse to check them out before I take off and make sure they're ready. And of course you can watch and see I am using my legs to help this girl on a baby that hasn't done a lot of this stuff. I may not use the leg. I may just simply use the hand and wait. So I'm lifting, so I'm waiting for the hip. My weight is going to shift by what I do with my hands and my shoulders. Not quite the hip. There, it started. Good. She's far enough along that if she doesn't quite get that hip when I lift, I can slide my leg back and say move the hip. That would be what a lot of people call disengaging the hip. You can look at that several ways. I always say I'm moving it. So, oh. Am I disengaging it or am I engaging it? It's all how you look at it, how you want to say it. And so that's young horse stuff. As they get a little more advanced, I'm not going to do nearly as much bending when I ask for that stuff. You know, I may just ask for that there like that, or there, pulling on me a little bit. But we use this stuff a lot in everyday ranch life. You know, say I'm in a branding pen, I may lift and move that hip over more than what I steer the front of my horse to get in position for a roping shot or something. And I try to advance it from the two-hand on into a little bit more of a one-hand type move, because if I'm roping or doing something, opening and closing a gate, I need to be able to advance to that one hand. Whoa. Good. I don't exaggerate my open to the direction I want my horse to go, but I do open it. Okay, if I exaggerate here, it's a long ways to come back and fix. So it'll come off, but it's not going to exaggerate like that. And I would say even in the whoa is the same way. I don't go, whoa. I am going to go, whoa. I'm going to come off, but I'm not going to exaggerate everything. The horse can feel the slightest little bit. So I always do make a void for the horse to get into. She's doing really nice for not being touched for 90 days.